Hey, Dad, what do you have assembled for us this week?
Okay, I brought some of my favorite fruits, but I also want to tell you that we're going to talk a little bit about why they're healthy for us.
Okay.
And we're going to start out with the avocados. And, these avocados this is the Hass avocado. You want to buy it dark color like this, and has an avocado that has a slight break of softness. If it's too soft, it's no good. If it's too hard, it's no good. It's got to be just right.
Well, it could be a little bit, so that's when you want to eat it, is when it's completely dark and has a break. But
right.
This one's going to, even though it's hard and still a little bit green, it's going to darken up.
Yeah.
And then it'll have a little give to it, just a subtle little give to the skin. Yeah. Then it's ready to eat.
It's actually, you feel a little bit of give here. Well, no, you're right. I would wait maybe a day or so here, this one here.
Well, if it stays next to these bananas, it'll be fine. Hey, talking about bananas, it's really important to know how to buy these. You were telling me earlier that you buy them with a little bit of color.
Yeah, you should always buy your bananas with a little bit of color. Maybe a green tip is fine, but color like this they're well on their way turning the yellow, full yellow, and you won't have to worry that there's going to be a problem. If you buy green bananas, I don't want you to buy green bananas because you can't tell whether they were chilled. If the temperature in somewhere in transit, if they drop below 56 degrees,
they're frozen in time.
They will not ripen any further, and you don't know if the green banana is going to turn if it was chilled at some time.
But this one's starting to turn yellow, and even though it's got green up here,
they're perfect.
These are going to ripen up nice in a couple days.
Yeah, bananas are so good for you, and it's not a fruit that you have to wash or anything. You take it along with you.
I like when they turn golden yellow and have the brown spots.
Yeah.
But my kids don't. They are juicers now, so it never gets to that point. They're gone.
Well, your great-grandfather, Pete, he said, that's the way I like bananas. I want them spotty. Well, bananas go from from starch to sugar. And, corn is just the opposite. Sugar goes from sugar to starch. So that's Mother Nature plays those kind of tricks on us.
I like them when people think it's ready for banana bread. But now you have some apples here, and January is a wonderful time for apples, isn't it?
Well, I brought my favorite apples, and also the apples that sell the most. And this is the Fuji.
My kids love that.
Which is my favorite. And there's the Pink Lady. The Pink Lady has a real perfume taste. And it's very, very nice, and it's well liked. The Gala is well liked, and the Granny Smith. Those are the best. The reason I like the Fuji's is because you can buy a Fuji and put it on your kitchen table. 2 or 3 weeks later, it's still hard, crunchy, and sweet. So
it travels so well. It has good storage life.
Yeah,
it's great.
They're wonderful. And apples, we can't forget the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. There's a reason for that. All the apples have pectin. That pectin is something that sets up jams and jellies and gives it some stuff. The pectin has been proven to go through and clean your veins and arteries. So maybe that's the main reason an apple a day keeps the doctor away, if it cleans your veins and arteries. So these are available, and they're great right now.
These tomatoes are looking beautiful. So you brought tomatoes too.
Yeah.
Well,
tomatoes, I think, are what kept the Italian race alive and healthy for many, many centuries. Tomato sauce is wonderful. It has a strong antioxidant called lycopene. And lycopene is a very strong antioxidant. I brought Roma tomatoes, and I brought them because they are cheaper. And they're solid with not a lot of water. So they actually were developed in Italy to make sauce because they are such a solid tomato.
And because they have less water content, they're better for sauces.
That's right.
And they're cheaper.
Yeah.
And they're better for sauces.
Your mother likes to bake a tomato. You cut it in half, put breadcrumbs and garlic and a little parsley and bake it. They're
just
wonderful.
Cut it in half and bake it face up?
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
And they're wonderful when they're warm. The tomato, and the garlic will get sweeter, and it's a nice thing to do with a tomato.
So I thought these were cuties, but you tell me they're not. They're slightly different.
Yeah, I started to peel it to show you how good they are. Look at it; they're just full of juice.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and this is, it looks like a clementine, but it's not. It's called a Murcott, Murcott, and the Murcott, another name for a Murcott was the honey tangerine. Now the honey tangerine, it tastes like this, but it had a lot of seeds.
Oh,
somehow, this grower was able to make this Murcott seedless. It's easy to peel.
You're right. There's no seeds in this.
No, they're seedless, and they're how good is it?
Really good.
It's really good. Wonderful flavor. It's the clementine or the cutie is wonderful too, but these have a little different, sweeter taste.
They're sweet and they're zingy at the same time.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
I think this is something to look for. It's called the Murcott.
Yeah, if your kids like clementines, they're definitely going to eat these up for sure.
Yeah,
it's a great snack.
We brought one other thing here. Is the Hawaiian papaya. This is one of my favorites, and your grandmother used to love these. They're wonderful for digestion. There's even the seeds are used for digestion. They make a meat tenderizer out of them. This papaya, it's wonderful. One of the reasons that I brought it today is because we're able to get these all year round now, which is it's spectacular because they're such a good piece of fruit.
And it's different than the Mexican papaya.
When you cut this, the flesh is juicy. Where the Mexican papaya is much more dry.
It's a bigger piece of fruit.
Yeah, it's a bigger piece of fruit, and I prefer this, but we sell a lot of Mexican papayas.
Well, take a look for these.
Yeah.
Now, is there a trick to picking these? You want a little bit of color?
Yeah, I want a little bit of color, but it will ripen. You can bring it home as long as breaking just like a banana. It's breaking pretty good. It'll be fine.
And just like an avocado, you want to have a little give?
A little give. And when you buy produce, you want to use all your senses. It's got to look. It's got to look bright, and it's got to look healthy, and alive. So produce. If you use all your smell and your taste, that's why the wholesale produce market is so good for the buyer, because the buyer can look at it, touch it, smell it, and taste it.
And the really good produce calls out to you. You walk past it, you smell it.
Yeah, that's why the stores are all doing well that buy from the wholesale produce market. I've got to advertise that because that's my business.
You know, in most cities, you can actually go down to the wholesale produce market, whether you're in Philly or San Francisco. Most of them will open up about 4 a.m., but they're usually dealing with stores and such. But you can sneak in there. They usually close up about 10 a.m., but you can sneak in there 8:39.
As long as you can buy the box.
You got to buy a box. You can't just say, "I'll take one."
Well, and not only will you buy something fresher, but you're going to save money.
Oh yeah, I bought some organic Fujis, 100 of them last week. Brought them home to the kids. They're amazing. It was $30.
Yeah.
They normally cost you $1 a piece, so it's less than a third.
It's a big savings, and you're welcome to come down to the produce market here in South San Francisco. We're right off 101.
Yep.
Right off South Airport Boulevard. Well, anyway, we're going to be talking about something new each week, but I'm happy to show these to you.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
Well, that's it for this week. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in, and we will catch you next week.
Okay. Very good.
Just one more thing. So we're sitting here after we finished, and we've been eating through this, and we've decided that this Murcott is really something you got to go look for. It has an amazing taste. It's both sweet, sweeter than a clementine, and more tangy than a clementine. It's really just a treat. We've rifled through this.
And it's seedless and easy to peel. Just
perfect for a lunch item.
Like the clementine. So everything that we see that's new and different, we're going to bring it to you.
That sounds good.
Yeah.